If you run an online store, you probably don't wake up thinking about dashboards. You wake up thinking about what's low on stock, what's sold, and what I need to fix today. This is exactly what this app is built for. Hi, my name is Andrea, and today I will show you how we've helped companies like yours gain clearer control and a more complete, real-time view of their online store operations. Sferal is the platform that makes this possible. It helps companies build internal tools and technology products in days, not months, gives decision makers access to the information that actually matters to them, and integrates AI seamlessly into everyday workflows without complexity. Let me show you how it works. Everything started with a very explicit prompt. Before building any screens or integrations, I defined the core logic of the system: how products, stock, orders, reservations, deliveries, and cancellations should behave, and how data should stay consistent in real time. Once that logic was clear, I connected the system to real data sources. Here, I've connected two Shopify stores and one Google Sheets file used for inventory. There's a single strict rule behind all integrations: the last update, regardless of platform, becomes the source of truth everywhere. So, if I update a product in Google Sheets, it automatically updates in Shopify and Sferal. If I update it in Shopify, it syncs back to Google Sheets and to Sferal. No manual reconciliation, and no conflicting versions of the same data. From there, the next step was to focus on the products page. This is where the data model becomes tangible. Here, I see all products from both Shopify stores and from Google Sheets unified by SKU. For each product, I have the SKU, the name, store, stock, purchase price, selling price, margin, and total stock value, all in one place. What matters here is not just visibility, but consistency. If I change a product here, price, stock level, or minimum threshold, that change is immediately synced back to the source system. For example, let's say I want to decrease the price for pens. I can just click here and edit the price, and let's put it at €6.50, and also increase the quantity because I have some stock that I didn't take into accountability, so let's put it at 45. Now, I can go into my Shopify store and see, after refresh, that the price is changed, and also the stock. And when I need to go deeper, I can click on the SKU and jump straight to the product in Shopify. Sferal doesn't replace Shopify. It sits on top of it and keeps everything aligned. Next, the orders page. Here, I can see all orders from both Shopify stores in one place. Orders are listed from newest to oldest, and each order clearly shows its current state: pending, paid, fulfilled, cancelled, or refunded. Now I will simulate a Shopify order, so I just have to go into my Shopify, create a new order, browse the products, add them, and I will mark it as paid. And now the order should appear in my orders page. And here I can see my order, and if I press next to the order ID, it gets me on the Shopify page with that order. What's useful here is that I can filter this view depending on what I need to check. I can filter orders by status, shop, or by date, without switching tools or exporting data. This makes it easy to focus on a specific situation. For example, let's say I want to see only the paid orders from the first Shopify store and from today. And everything stays connected. If I click next to an order number, I'm redirected straight to that order in Shopify. After products and orders, I focused on the dashboard. This page gives me a quick operational overview of what's happening right now. At a glance, I can see available stock, reserve stock, how many orders were created today, and whether there are any low stock alerts. Below that, I get a snapshot of inventory health: which products are out of stock, which ones are low, and which are healthy. I can also see recent orders and immediately spot anything that needs attention without digging into lists or filters. This dashboard isn't meant to replace the detailed pages. It's here to answer one simple question: is everything under control right now? Next, I created the analytics page. Here, I get a higher level view of what's happening in the business. At the top, I can see key numbers like revenue, orders, inventory value, and average margin. Below that, the page highlights what needs attention and what's driving results. Underneath, I have Smart Suggestions. This section gives me specific, actionable recommendations like pricing changes with a reasoning right next to them. For example here, decrease price for notebook. It's overstocked, it shows the estimated days of supply, and it recommends a 15% discount to move inventory faster. And here is products requiring attention. This is my short list of items that are critical right now, like products that are low or out of stock. For example, hoodie is marked as critical, with stock at 0, so it's immediately obvious what needs action. This page doesn't just show numbers, it shows me where I need to pay attention and what I can improve. Lastly, I realized this still wasn't enough. No matter how good the dashboards or analytics are, they're always based on what I thought I needed in advance. But some days I wake up with a different question. Maybe I want to look at my data in a different way. Maybe I want a chart I didn't plan for, or an analysis I didn't think about when I built this app. That's why I added a Sferal agent inside it. Here, instead of adapting to a fixed interface, I can just ask a question about my data. But first, let me show you how I created the agent in Sferal. In order to create an agent in Sferal, we have to go back to the projects page and click on Agents. From here, we click on Create Agent, enter its name, and select a prompt either from here, or we open the prompt library and select the one that fits best. In my case, I will just choose a document agent. Here we can open the settings, choose the model, and also if we click on prompt, edit its prompt. For the agent I used in my app, I used this prompt. And also we can set its temperature. Low values will be more predictable, while higher values will be more random. In order to integrate the agent into a Sferal app, we have to press on API keys, create an agent key, also enter its name, and copy this key into the Sferal chat. Also, we have to go here. After we get this, we can go back to our project and enter them into the chat. The agent answers using my products, orders, and stock. So the interface adapts to the question, not the other way around. For example, let's say I want to see the current stocks, so I will just enter it in the chat. And if I want, I can also click here and create a graph based on my data. Another thing to mention is that the app will store the graphs you created until you delete them manually. Although this app may seem complex, all I used was natural language, and Sferal took care of the rest. Products and orders stay in sync across systems. I can see what's happening at a glance, and when I need something specific, I can just ask. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section below what changes you would make to this app and also what you would like me to build next.